Welcome to day 283 of The New Way. I'll read John 15:7. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. Ask for whatever you wish? How many times have you read that, and immediately your mind flies to that one thing you have asked for so long and still haven't gotten? We've talked before about God's promises regarding prayer, but since Jesus mentions it again, I thought we should look at it one more time. Listen for the requirement here. I'll read it again, John 15:7. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. Our daughter Katie has a special talent for styling hair. She has the artistic eye to look at the facial structure and create a haircut that looks fabulous. When she asks me if I want a haircut, I jump at it. She always begins by asking me what I'd like, and I always laugh and say, "Give me the works, whatever you think is best." And I've never been disappointed. I walk away feeling like a queen. Why do I tell you that? Because as I abide with Jesus, sit down and have lunch with him, spend time with him, and chat day by day, I've learned that he is 100% reliable and has never disappointed me, and always knows better than I do what looks good on me or what is best for me. So when he asks me what I desire, I usually defer to his selection. Oh, I still tell him my wishes. There's nothing wrong with that. But the more I abide with him, the more I desire what he desires, so that my heart wants his will more than I want my own way. When I know that something I desire is also his will, then I pray passionately for it. But when I'm not sure of his will, I defer to him. To put my foot down and demand a particular thing or a particular event to happen is to not abide, and we have no promise attached to that. Now let's read John 15:8-11. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourself to be my disciples. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. If you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be complete. You can probably give examples of the difference between joy and happiness. Happiness is a state of the external, outside circumstances, the way our body feels at any particular moment. A former pastor used to say, happiness is based on what is happening. Joy is something that we experience from the inside out. Joy is listed as one of the fruits of the Spirit in Galatians 5:22-23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. That's its origin. It's a byproduct of being filled with the Holy Spirit and is not dependent upon circumstances. Your whole world can be crashing down before your eyes, but God's presence inside your core gives you a deep, abiding joy that passes all understanding. I've experienced it time and time and time again. In this passage, God actually gives us a formula for joy. Let's look at it together. Joy comes when we bear fruit. John 15:8. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourself to be my disciples. Remember, we defined this earlier as any time we let the Holy Spirit take charge instead of self. So we bear fruit when we relinquish our control to His and let Him guide us. That produces joy and peace and love and the whole list of fruits from Galatians. Right now, I'm praying for God to perform a particular deed for me. I know it's His will. I know He will do it, but I want it now. Hanging on to my demands produces frustration and agitation. Relinquishing control and acknowledging that His timetable is best produces joy and peace and patience. The second one, joy comes when we realize we are loved. John 15:9, as the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. Remember that this is vitally important because Satan will tempt us to feel unloved and lead us into sinful behavior as a result. When we feel unloved, there's no joy. When we feel loved and walk in that knowledge, we experience real joy. Here's another one. Joy comes when we abide in that love. John 15:9 again, as the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. Don't just visit there occasionally. Live there. Move in. Make yourself at home in His love. Wow, the joy that produces. Here's another one. Joy comes when we are obedient. John 15:10. If you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in His love. The key to staying in the loved position is to be obedient to His clear directions, and feeling loved produces joy. It's all tied together. Joy produces feeling loved. Feeling loved produces obedience. Obedience produces joy, which produces more feeling loved, which produces, have you got the picture? In His service, Dale.